My name's Craig Baxter. Originally, was as a little kid with my brother, because I remember him getting a Sega Mega Drive. I believe when I was 5 at the time. Really enjoyed it because I'd never seen anything like it before, being a very young kid. And that was pretty much what hooked me, and also, not exactly being the most socially adept kid at the time, it was a lot easier to get into gaming.
My name's James Cunningham. Honestly, couldn't tell you. I've been gaming since I was about 2 years old. My grandfather had a Mega Drive at his house, and when I was 2 or 3 years old, I got my own.
So that kind of spurred you on, did it?
Yeah, definitely. Picked that up, picked up a few add-ons for it, and I've been gaming ever since.
It's something that's been part of ever since. I've been playing it ever since I can remember when I was 5, when my older sister used to play a scary game, and it's just been, and it's just fun, you know, because it brings everyone together, and it's just a blast.
Well, honestly, it's a form of escapism. It's a nice way of sort of going to another world. You can go, you can explore something, you can do something you won't be able to do otherwise. Apart from that, it's a nice social way of playing. So I have friends in Bulgaria, I have friends over in the US. I've never met in person, but I game with them on a daily basis. Since playing games, we've started to do other things. I've had a couple of friends say they put me up in Bulgaria if I were to go for a holiday. I've not been yet. I'm planning on.
I like gaming because, well, they are the most like immersive like media form or art form, you could say, out there at the since it was made, because near enough anybody can play them, no matter how old you are, no matter where you are.
I'm mostly a PC game, but I do play consoles. Like one of my favourite games is Legend of Zelda series, and but recently I do play a lot of multiplayer games on the PC. But I play a lot of multiplayer games on the PC, down to big adventure single-player games. I mean, the obvious one recently would be Skyrim, or Fallout. Those are always great for getting away just because of the fact how big they are.
It changes on a day-to-day basis. If I had to pick an all-time favourite, it'd be a Nights into Dreams Back on the Sand. It's not a particularly popular game, but it's sort of my childhood game.
The best way is just the free roam of it. Just be able to go around and do whatever you want.
The problem I have with big name games is they're the same game. So if you bought one 5 years ago, you get the same game today. There is incremental changes. They more build upon what they already have rather than do something brand new.
I don't know, it's probably the mental aspect of it sometimes. Like, it's a combination of like mechanical ability as well as decision making. So let's say chess, for example, right? You have to make decisions in chess in order for you to win. And in sport, you need to have mechanical skills in order to win. Gaming sort of combines both of them, where you have to have the reaction times and, you know, the thought to win.
Some of my favourite series, probably the Resident Evil series. I've always been a fan of horror. Not so much the later ones though. Off the top of my head.
Basically whatever I can get my hands on. Light gun games are always a personal favourite. Though if there's any fighting games there, it'd probably be the majority of my money gone there.
Like the Half-Life series in Counter-Strike, especially recently. I've been playing them a lot. Counter-Strike's a first-person shooter, and Dota 2, that's a very, very complex question. There is a lot you do with that, but basically it's a strategy game where you control one unit. That's the basis of it. It's 5v5, very competitive.
Recently started giving up, play a lot of Counter-Strike, play a lot of the latest Battlefield. And I used to be a big player of League of Legends, still dropping that as well. Yeah, even to this day, I'm still a big fighting game player.
Essentially the fun, because with like all of the work and everything that is going on, it's nice to be able to just take a break from all of that and have something that you can just lose yourself in for a while. You've got just like Guitar Hero and stuff where it's just automatically strumming and you don't have to think about everything that's going on, and you can play with friends and stuff. It's like online gaming. The amount of times that I end up just like till 3 a.m. just playing with friends and stuff.
I wish I could have enjoyed arcades. I mean, I saw a few of them every now and again when travelling around, but they were always really expensive. Did love going in them though.
Yeah, probably a little too long. Family holidays just end up with me spending the entirety of my holiday sat in the arcade either watching people play or playing with them.
Yeah, Time Crisis was my favourite. I used to get audiences watching me that because I got really good at it. Stroke my own ego.
Action!
It depends where you're looking. If you're looking in the UK, then they've mostly declined due to not being up to date, being very expensive, and generally just the attitude towards arcades. If you look over towards Japan, they're still incredibly large, with games in there coming out in the arcades months, even years before the home console release. To the point that I have sort of a dream to open up an Asian-style arcade over here in the UK or somewhere in Western Europe.
It's something I've done for a long time. I found I've made a lot of good friends both in real life and on the internet through gaming, so it's something that's just been with me for as long as I can remember, really.
It's good. It's very boring to this day, but it was the game that did invent the difficulty curve. Yeah, that one's a really old one. It's a funnish classic. It's good for about 5 minutes though, that's about it.
The kind of games I'm into is mostly horror games and puzzle solvers. Just something to challenge the mind, and it's so rewarding to figure out, because after you spend 5 minutes to figure something and you actually do it, it's just so rewarding at the end of the day.
I'm very proud to announce that PlayStation 4 will be available at $399.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I've not got plans to get either one of them because neither have that good of a games lineup at the minute. It's better waiting a couple of years, see what games come out for it. The only one that's tempted me would be the Xbox One's Dead Rising 3, because I've really enjoyed the first and second. But the Xbox One is more expensive.
Entirely depends on the situation. If I'm being social, I want to play with friends, I'd go online all the way. If I want to get in a really competitive fighting game match, I'd head over to an arcade. Or if I want to be immersed in a world, find a new story, then home gaming is the way to go.
It depends on the route. I really like arcade gaming because usually the games are fairly difficult. They're rather fun. There is the idea of being in the arcade, you just be with your friends, and it's really fun. Mm-hmm. The other problem is it can be rather expensive. And it's like £1 for 15 minutes of entertainment. While home gaming can be fairly relaxing and enjoyable, especially if you play a single player game, you get fully absorbed into the world of the game, then hours can fly by and just lose yourself in it. Then with online gaming, there is all competitiveness about it, and just trying to be better than people you get. There is a satisfaction when you know you are better than someone else and when you can beat them. But ultimately, out of the three, I would probably go more recently with online gaming just because of how dynamic it is. Every match is different because of different people.
Yeah, I'll play pretty much anything depending on the situation.
The people say films and TV shows are immersive, but in my opinion, gaming is the penultimate immersion source.
I like gaming because I like to come and meet my friends. I like to just have a bit of a socialise, and I think it's hilarious when people lose.